Yep, there's Alton Bay. A little bridge, a little marina. All right, welcome to Faux Flights. We are here in the Cessna 170B, and we are headed from Portland to Nashua, New Hampshire, continuing our journey from Maine down to the Florida Keys. Today we've got the 170B because it's just a great VFR aircraft. It's gorgeous looking. It's one of my favorites in the sim. It's been a bit since I've flown it. It's a nice tail dragger. It's a precursor to the 172 Skyhawk, and it's got a pretty basic avionics package, which is why I wanted to jump in and use it. So let's go ahead and turn off our statics and our power here, and let's get our pilot turned on, and we'll go ahead and stow that. And let's go ahead and close up, and we'll open up the window here, and we'll get ourselves going. So as I said, we're going from Portland. We did the Navlog portion, so I think I'll append that to this flight. We'll depart out to Mousam Lake. So I've got my Navlog here, and you can see I've got Wassamki Springs, Mousam Lake, Alton Bay. So our Wassamki Lake is right here. It's like a little campground area. Then we head out to Mousam Lake, to Alton Bay. We'll tune into the Kennebunkport VOR. I've got those values right here, those frequencies, and we'll just be checking our position against that VOR. We've got our little OBS here. It's a very basic aircraft. Actually, we can get rid of this. We don't need that. So it's a very basic aircraft, kind of a fun one to fly. Then we'll head out from Alton Bay. We'll go over Gunstock to Laconia. We'll do a little touch and go at the Class Echo there. And then we'll come down to Loudon Speedway, make a turn towards Concord and down to Nashua. And we'll get transit for the Manchester Airspace there. So quite a few things to do on this flight. So let's go ahead and get our frequencies plugged in here. So I'm going to open up our airport here. Actually, let's grab them off of the chart. I'm trying to get better about doing it the right way. So let's go. We are at Kilo Papa Whiskey Mike. And then, let's see, we are going to Kilo Alpha Sierra Hotel, KASH. Kind of an easy one to remember. Let's go ahead and get our frequencies here. So ATIS is 119.05. We've got clearance and ground are the same, 121.9, and it's a CTAF for tower, 120.5. So 121.5, 121.5, and 120.5. Let's make sure I got that right. Oh, 0.9. 0.9 on all three. So that's good. Good thing I caught that. All right, great. Let's go ahead and get we'll call ATIS for our for our Portland weather, and then let's go ahead and get runway elevations 200 feet here at Nashua. Let's get our Nashua comms here. So we're 125.1 for their. Oh, I wrote these in the wrong place. I'll do that again in a second here. So 125.1. We are 121.8 for ground. And we're CTAF again, 133.2. That's a class Delta, I believe. And then Laconia is a class Echo. So let's get our weather. So 320 at 320 at 11 knots. The time there is 16:56 Zulu. Visibility 10 miles, clear conditions, so clear 10 statute miles. Temperature, it's -9 dew point, 15 Celsius. Standard temperature -9. Dew point. Altimeter is 29907. And we're going to be expecting runway 32. All right, and then let's go back to, so this was 119.05. This is 121.9, 121.9, and 120.9 for that. Okay. Do we need anything else off of Nashua? Nope. But let's go ahead, while we're here, we'll get our Manchester frequency. Let's see, Manchester is 121.3 for control tower. We'll put that on the second page here. So Manchester 121.3. Let's just double check that. Yep, 121.3. And then let's go ahead and get Laconia. Laconia comms. Okay, it's going to be Unicom 123.0. For Laconia. All right, and then we've already got all of our weather and all that plugged in for in our chart, so for winds at least. So let's go ahead. You know what, let's get the aircraft going here first, and then we will call ATIS. So we're going to get our fuel configured here. So we're going to go ahead and pull throttle back, but we're going to go mixture to rich. We're going to turn on our master, and we're going to hit our beacon light. And we're not going to turn the magnetos. What we're going to do is we're going to pull the starter, and we're going to pump the fuel pump. And that's just going to prime up the engine. We'll go ahead and do it one more time here. I'm just getting the fluid into the engine, getting the mix in there, getting ourselves ready to start here. Okay, great. Okay, now we can go ahead and turn our magneto. Clear prop. We're at 800 RPM. Oil pressure looks good. Temperatures look good. Oil temperature is going to come up. Let's go ahead and close up our... I'll wait for my game to refresh here. Aye. Alright, there we go. Alright. Okay. And then let's get our comms on here. Wait, why are my radios not on? Alright. We're having a little bit of a problem here. Sometimes this plane does have problems, so we will go ahead and hit our ready for taxi. And that should turn our radios on. I think there's like a avionics button or something that's not getting switched with it. So I occasionally have this problem. So let's go to altitude reporting. We're on VFR. Let's go ahead and get our ATIS in. So we want 119.05. Oh, 0.05.
Houston. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. VFR departures contact clearance delivery on 121.9er. Advise on initial contact you have information X-ray. Portland International Jetport, information X-ray. 1451 Zulu. Wind 340 at 9er. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, clear. Temperature 11. Dew point 0. Altimeter 29906. Arriving and departing runways 29er, 36. Visual approaches in use. Advise on course heading.
Okay, yep. Okay, so we're going to get a southbound departure. Let's get our taxi diagram up here. Okay, we are right here in the north apron. And we want to get to 29, so we're going to end up getting Charlie to Alpha, and we'll hold short there. All right. We're going to be cleared to Kilo Alpha Sierra Hotel. Climb and maintain. We're expecting 2,500. We'll see what they say. Departure frequency is likely... actually, I'm not sure. Let me check one thing here. Might be 11975 maybe for approach control, or departure control 11975. I think it's going to be 19.75, but we'll see. All right, and then, all right, we can go ahead and let's just double check, make sure. So, we are at the north apron. This is supposed to help me out. We want taxi to 29. We have weather X-ray, and we are Cessna. I thought that said unicorns for a second. All right, let's go. Let's get our parking brake pulled, and we'll get ourselves going here. Go over to the barrier, and then we'll make our call. Just gotta be careful with the tail dragger. It's the barrier right there. Oh, we want, actually, let's get, before we get going here, let's program our, we want our VORs plugged in. So 117.1. And then Concord's 112.9. And our first OBS is going to be 312. Let's go ahead and turn that off. Man, that's tough to see. Okay, 312. There's 312 right there. And then that's gonna be tough to dial. Oh, you know what? We don't have to worry about it too much. And then, do we have anything else we have to do? No, we're all good here. So let's get our. I want to get our 121.9 in there. We'll get our tower frequency dialed in too.
Clearance, Charter 1521, IFR KBGR, ready to copy. Clear to Bangor, radar vectors direct Bangor is in a smile, climb and maintain 7,000, departure on 119.75, squawk 6324, Charter 1521. 1521, read back correct.
Portland ground, Cessna Sierra Lima Bravo Alpha Echo at the north apron, request taxi to runway 29.
Cessna Bravo Alpha Echo, taxi to runway Charlie Alpha. Cross runway 36 at your discretion. Contact tower on 120.9er when ready for departure.
Portland clearance.
Cessna Sierra Lima Bravo Off Echo cleared to taxi to Charlie to Alpha, cross runway 36 at our discretion, tower on 120.9er. All right, there we go. All right, we're gonna go Charlie to Alpha.
Portland ground, LS97 Echo Victor with India, request pushback.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
LS7 Echo Victor on departure, maintain VFR at or below 1,500 feet. Departure on 119.75, squawk 1616.
Nice rendition of the Portland airport.
Portland ground, LS97 Echo Victor, request pushback.
It's not laggy at all.
LS7 Echo Victor, roger.
It's pretty impressive, actually. It's got a
Portland ground, Meridian 24 Juliet, with information Juliet. Requesting engine start.
24 Juliet, engine start approved. Advise when ready to taxi.
Engine start approved. Will advise when ready to taxi. 24 Juliet.
Okay, we said altimeter's 2996.
Requesting IFR clearance to Syracuse.
There we go.
Give me 1 second for that clearance.
American 511, pushback and start approved. Expect runway 36 for departure.
Okay, here's Alpha.
Advise when ready to taxi.
Pushback and start is approved. Expect runway 36, and we will get back to you when we're ready to taxi. American 511. American 511, request takeoff from runway 11.
American 511, unable to accommodate. Request for runway 11. Expect runway 36 for departure. Advise when ready to taxi.
Phoenix 41 Juliet, pushback and start approved. Expect runway 11 for departure. Call for taxi.
Runway 11, call for taxi. Phoenix 41 Juliet.
Hiya.
41 Juliet, ready to taxi. I-4, runway 11.
Whoa, whoa. Oh my god.
Clear to Eastern Slopes, RNAV to Surfa, then it's back, climb maintain 4,000, departure on 119.75, squawk 1176, twin star 198.
Hawker 511, Hotel Alpha hold, short of taxiway Bravo, awaiting departure clearance.
Sim froze up.
Short of taxiway Bravo, Hawker 511, Hotel Alpha.
Portland ground,
Oh my god.
Rex 721.
Rex 721, taxi to gate 4 via Charlie Bravo and then Alpha.
Sim froze up.
Portland ground, Rex 721, request to taxi to runway 11, VFR to remain in the landing pattern.
Cessna Bravo Alpha Echo. Contact tower on 120.9er, safe flight.
Tower on 120.9er, twin star, Cessna Bravo off Echo. Alright, so the sim froze up there, and then what a turn of events after that. I'm not going to try to, you know what, actually I think this is the ILS hold short line anyway. So we'll hold short over here. We'll call tower in a second. I'm going to turn into the wind so I can do my run-up check on my magnetos. Yeah, so we broke the propeller because we came out of the freeze. All right. 120.9er. Oh, we're already on tower. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get up to 1800 RPM.
Duke 6 Mike Lima, welcome to Portland. Contact ground on 121.9er. Ground 121.9er, Duke 6 Mike Lima. Rex 804, you're leaving my airspace.
All right,
Frequency
I'm gonna
change approved.
hit the magneto.
Frequency change approved, Rex 804.
I got one drop.
Leaving tower space, frequency change approved, Rex 804.
All right, we're gonna do the other. Looks good.
Portland Tower, FedEx 819 holding short, runway 11, requesting takeoff, runway 11.
Okay, we're gonna go flaps to
Portland
take off.
Tower,
FedEx 819 holding
I think
short.
okay.
Runway 11 ready for departure.
FedEx 819 Portland Tower. Runway 18, winds 140 at 7, cleared for takeoff.
Portland Tower, Cessna Sierra Lima Bravo Alpha Echo, holding short runway 29 for departure to the west. VFR flight following, please.
Cessna Sierra Lima Bravo Alpha Echo, Portland Tower. On departure, maintain VFR at or below 1 to 500 feet. Departure on 1 to 19.75, squawk 4442.
Golf Delta Papa contact departure.
Cessna Sierra Lima Bravo Alpha Echo, cleared for departure, runway 29. Maintain 500 feet or below, squawk 4442. That was a pretty crap call, but...
Cessna Bravo Alpha Echo, read back correct. Ground is on 121.9er, safe flight, sir.
Ground on 121.9er, Cessna Bravo Alpha Echo. Alright, that's a trap. I'm not calling ground. Alright, let's get our parking brake back off. I'll go ahead and get out here and take off.
Portland Tower, Air Force 45540 Zulu, ready for takeoff, runway 18, IFR to KMHT.
Portland Tower, Cessna Bravo Alpha Echo, ready for takeoff, runway 29.
Cessna Bravo Alpha Echo, runway 29er, winds 340 at 9er, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 29, Cessna Bravo Alpha Echo. Alright, there we go. Let's get our landing lights on. And we're all good. Mixture to full. I'll go ahead and get out here.
Eastern 10, runway 29er, cleared for the option.
Cleared for the option, runway 29er, Eastern 810. Portland Tower, Eastern Air 810, requesting full stop landing.
That's quite a wind.
29.
Eastern Air 810, enter left downwind for runway 29er.
November 36 Tango, you're leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
It's quite a crosswind there.
Approved, November 36 Tango. Frequency change approved, November 8436 Tango.
Departure on
36 Tango, contact departure.
19.75.
Contact departure, King Air 36. No.
24 Juliet, contact departure.
Contacting departure, 24 Juliet.
Alright, not the greatest takeoff. We were getting pushed around by the wind. And I should have dipped that left wing. Got that adjustment in late. All right, and our first waypoint here is Wassamki Lake.
Cessna
And then
Bravo Alpha Echo, contact departure on 119.75.
Departure on 119.75, Cessna Bravo Alpha Echo. Portland departure, Cessna Bravo Alpha Echo, climbing 1,000 for 2,500, and we have X-ray.
Cessna Sierra Lima Bravo, Alpha Echo, Portland approach, radar contact.
Okay, here's our little lake here, our Wassamki summer camp, and we're going to be making we're making a turn to 282.
Alright, what is my vector? Thanks, Star 198.
Twin Star 198, let's get you back on course. Vectors for the ILS, runway 11 approach. 1521, contact Boston Center on 134.905.
Go ahead and lean the mixture back.
Center on 134.95, charter 1521.
We're gonna go for a lean a peak here.
Charter 1521, passing 1,000 for 7,000.
Charter
There we go.
1521, Portland approach, radar contact, clear direct.
Alright, great. Okay, is our first waypoint here.
TPM 1 Tango Bravo, passing 2,200 for flight level 220.
There's a little summer camp.
TPM 851 Tango Bravo, Portland
Make our
approach,
turn.
radar contact, cleared direct LEB, climb and maintain flight level 200. Clear direct LED, climb and maintain flight level 200, TPM 1 Tango Bravo. TPM 1 Tango Bravo, climb and maintain flight level 220.
Portland departure, Cessna November Papa 2 and Charlie, passing
There we
1,000
go.
for 7,000.
We're headed for
Cessna Papa 2-1 Charlie, approach radar contact, clear direct Razor, climb and maintain 7,000.
so we're headed right for that little notch in the
Clear
river
direct
there.
Razor, climb and maintain 7,000, Cessna 2 and Charlie.
Cessna 2-1 Charlie, contact Boston Center on 128.2.
Okay, we're coming up on our altitude. Oh, we can put the flaps are down. That's okay. Go ahead and turn off our landing lights.
41 Juliet, contact Boston Center on 118.55.
Portland approach, Duke 856 Mike Lima. Duke 6 Mike Lima, good afternoon.
November Tango on final runway 07.
Okay, so we've got
Contact Boston Center on 128.2.
we've got the Kennebunkport plugged in there. We've got the 312 heading, and when we get to our lake here, we should see that come. So, all right, it looks like it's looking at the lake, at the river shape here. We should have a little hook. There it is. There are those fields over there. Yep. So it looks like the river's right here. We've got our little hook. We will be coming past that little shape right there.
Approach, I'm on a 4-mile final for runway 11. Should I contact
Should be on a 282 heading.
439er.
Yep, we were going too far to the west. There we go.
Affirmative, contact tower on 120.9. Have a good landing.
And we are 500 feet high now.
Over to tower, after 439er.
Portland approach, Cessna 526 Alpha Tango is with you at 2,500, heading to Hampton.
Portland departure, Cessna Sierra Lima Bravo Alpha Echo. Request VFR flight following to Kilo Alpha Sierra Hotel at 2,500 feet.
Cessna Bravo Alpha Echo, you are already under flight following. Maintain VFR at or below 2500 feet.
All right. Maintain VFR at or below 2,500 feet. Cessna Sierra Lima Bravo Alpha Echo. All right, great. That was a good response because I was, I knew we already had it, but I hadn't told them where we were going.
I'm to maintain flight level 220, King Air 36 Tango.
So I'm happy about that.
King Air 36 Tango. Contact Boston Center on 128.2.
See if we can get down to our altitude here.
Boston Center on 128.2, King Air 36 Tango.
Cessna Bravo Alpha Echo, altitudes at your discretion.
Altitude's at my discretion. Cessna Bravo Alpha Echo. All right.
Cessna Bravo Alpha Echo, you are already under flight following. Maintain VFR at or below 2500 feet.
Wilco, Cessna Bravo Alpha Echo.
Climb and maintain 6,000.
little bit of over communication there. All right, it looks like we've got, so we're coming over this point right here. We're on our 280-ish heading.
Cessna Bravo Alpha Echo, say destination.
Portland departure. Destination is Kilo Alpha Sierra Hotel. Cessna Bravo Alpha Echo.
Cessna Bravo Alpha Echo, you are already under flight following. Maintain VFR at or below 2500 feet.
Wilco, Cessna Bravo Alpha Echo. Hopefully it just takes my Wilco. Alright, so we've got a roof up here, above here.
Cessna Bravo Alpha Echo, contact Boston Center on 118.55.
Boston Center 118.95, Cessna Bravo Alpha Echo. Boston Center, Cessna Bravo Alpha Echo at 2,500 feet with X-ray.
Cessna Sierra Lima Bravo, Alpha Echo, Boston Center. Good afternoon, SACO altimeter 29.88.
2988, Cessna Sierra Lima Bravo Alpha Echo.
Piper 623, Charlie Echo, say altitude.
Currently at 7500 Piper, 623 Charlie Echo.
We are still below. I know it's at our discretion, but I'm trying to practice altitude control here. How much fuel do we have? We're full, I think. Is that right? Let me just double check that. Yeah, oof. Did not mean to take off with full fuel, but it's all right. All right, we're coming on. We got that lake right there, and that would mean that our body of water is straight up ahead here. Unless Mousam Lake, and we should see that Kennebunkport VOR come in play here as we approach that. We've got that little lake to the left over there. We should be over a bit more, I think. Okay, there's a little body of water here. There it is. So we was past just to the left of that. We'll start trying to time our legs. We'll time the leg to Alton Bay.
Cessna Bravo Alpha Echo, contact Boston Center on 118.55.
Boston Center on 118.55, Cessna Bravo Alpha Echo.
Altimeter 29947 Alpha Zulu.
Mooney 7 Alpha Zulu radar contact flight following to Kleb is already established. Altimeter 2.
Boston Center, Cessna Bravo Alpha Echo at 2,500 feet with X-ray.
Cessna Sierra Lima Bravo Alpha Echo Boston Center. Good afternoon, Saco. Altimeter 29.901.
Altimeter 2991, Cessna Sierra Lima Bravo Alpha Echo. I gotta start saying my full. Let's see. I start saying my full call sign on those calls. It's a bad habit.
Phoenix 1 Juliet Boston Center. Climb and maintain
There's
16,000.
Mousam Lake. Mousam Lake.
1 Juliet.
Boston Center, Mooney 123 Mike Charlie with you at 6,600 feet.
So 4 descending via the Ocean 5 arrival.
Air Canada 8604, Boston Center, good morning.
6, flight level 70.
Jazz 606, Boston Center, good afternoon.
4525, again, Cessna 6 Alpha Tango.
Cessna 6 Alpha Tango, radar contact 5 miles west of Clark Field at 2,500 feet.
Okay, right here.
Altimeter 2971. Cessna 6 Alpha Tango, contact Portland approach on 119.75.
Portland approach 119.75, Cessna 6 Alpha Tango.
Turkish 11, flight level 360.
Turkish 11, Boston Center, good evening.
Boston Center, Eastern Air 817, passing 3,300 for 2,000 feet. Eastern Air 817, request to contact Portland approach.
Okay, we should be on the right of that.
Eastern Air 817.
Right of that tower right there.
119.75.
I'm coming over the golf course right now.
Contact Portland approach on 119.75, Eastern Air 817. Boston Center, Bonanza 447 Bravo, with you at 4,500 feet.
Bonanza 447 Bravo, Boston Center, roger. Altimeter 2980.
Altimeter 2980, thank you.
Bonanza 47 Bravo, contact Portland Tower on 120.9er. Hyper Mike Delta Lima, Boston Center, flight following is on request.
We should start
Squawk
seeing our
2751, then ident.
thing come over here.
2751, ident. Hyper Mike Delta Lima.
Yep.
Hyper Mike Delta Lima radar contact 3 miles east of Biddeford Municipal Airport at 4,400 feet.
Clearance, begin November 123, Romeo Juliet with you at 4,000, inbound for Mike Hotel Tango to land.
Boston Center, Jazz 614 at flight level 250, descending via the Ocean 5 arrival.
Jazz 614, Boston Center, good afternoon.
Boston Center,
it would be,
Speedway 173.
it'd be left of that.
Speedbird 173, Boston Center, good afternoon.
Experimental 985, Golf level 5,000.
Experimental 90853, Gulf Boston Center.
Oh no, that's
Good evening,
this.
altimeter 29er,
What am I saying? We want to be right of that. Here's our little doohickey there. Let's find out what's our course here.
Boston Center. That's on 128.325.
340. Oh, yeah. Here comes the VOR.
Ziggy Tree Romeo Juliet Boston Center. Roger.
There we go. Tells us we're at the right place generally.
Ziggy Air N 123, RJ Boston Center, roger.
It's that body right there. All right, next we're looking for.
Boston Center, Mooney 47 Alpha Zulu is with you at 4,000 feet.
There's the radial coming over. So we're going to go ahead and flip to the Concord. Concord radial, and we're going to be on the 58. 58. There we go. And our course now should be from Mousam Lake to Alton Bay is 288.
Air Canada 142. Descend at pilot's discretion to flight level 240.
Come on.
Air Canada 142, Boston Center, roger. Descend and maintain flight level 240.
Let's see. These must be... This that guy. It's these guys. There's that interesting shape over there. I am nowhere near my course. All these wetlands are not here.
Vision Jet 69er Yankee Boston Center climb and maintain flight level 300. Maintain 200 knots until top of climb.
Has to be that.
Maintain flight level 300, maintain 200 knots until top of climb. Vision Jet 69er Yankee. Unable to comply with 200 knot climb requirement. Vision Jet climb at 165 knots.
Vision Jet 69er Yankee Boston Center, roger. Climb at your best rate.
Good day.
Vision Jet 69er Yankee, good day.
Center, Cessna 526 Alpha Tango, request flight following to Hampton Airfield.
Okay, I'm really have to keep an eye on that
Cessna
radial.
526 Alpha Tango, Boston Center, squawk 4525 in ident.
Hoping that is that. It's hard to tell with that our walk. Although we're going to be coming over Lake, Lake Winnipesaukee pretty soon here. Fortunately, Alton Bay is right. There's Lake Winnipesaukee. Alton Bay comes right to the tip of Alton. So I'm going to assume it might be over here. We shouldn't have any trouble getting our bearings over here. We were looking at, should have been 9 minutes between these. I think we're okay. I think we're going to find it right over here. Looks like Rattlesnake Island or something up there. Yeah, hopefully that's one of these lakes. That was unfortunate on the taxi. All the sim freaking out as I was crossing the runway, and then me ending up on my nose when it came to. I don't know what that looks like in the recording. I'll have to see, but for me, I lose the. It freezes up entirely the image. I hit the brakes because I don't know if the game is still running then. And thinking that I want to do something. Okay, it looks like we might be coming over this body of water here. I'm thinking.
Out of 17,300 for 10,000.
Vision Jet 69er Yankee Boston Center, roger. Vision Jet 69er Yankee Boston Center, contact Portland approach on 128.2.
Nice.
I think we're coming over right here.
127.35.
Going to 127.35, 43 Mike Charlie, thank you.
Couch 420, climb and maintain flight level 220.
Climb and maintain flight level 220, Couch 420.
Looks like maybe this is Alton over here, and then Alton Bay right on the other side of this. The house I grew up in until I was 5 years old had a little pond like this below it. So we will see Alton on our left when we get to Alton Bay. So that should be at least fairly clear.
Boston, American 511, request further climb.
American 511, climb and maintain flight level 270.
Climb and maintain flight level 270, American 511.
That guy's pretty
American
sassy.
511, climb and maintain flight level 270.
Cessna 402, Papa Echo, maintain 8500, traffic 2 o'clock, 5 miles.
Maintaining 8500, looking for traffic, Cessna 402, Papa Echo.
Alright, from there we're going to end up turning... we should be watching our OBS here. But we should be turning and heading past Gunstock. Yep, here comes Alton Bay. It's going to be this little crossover right here. And that is, I believe, where my house was generally when I grew up. Probably in that area. This is going to be Mount Belknap, so it's going to be our next course there. Oh, we're over here. Here it is. There's Alton. Pretty poor representation of Alton. And this would be Alton Bay with the little marina. New Hampshire's too desolate, doesn't get the love that it needs. Oh, we've got traffic in sight here. Let me see. Yep, there's Alton Bay. A little bridge, a little marina. And then I was probably out in that area over there. All right, we're gonna head on a. Oh, we should see. Yep, look at that. There's the Concord.
221 PG contact Boston Center on 128.325.
Okay, now we're headed
Center on 128.325.
330 heading.
Air Canada 142 Boston Center, roger.
We'll climb to 3,000 feet. Boston Center, Cessna Sierra Lima Bravo Alpha Echo, climbing to 3,000 feet. Keep an eye out for gun stock. I think that's Rattlesnake Island. One of those, maybe. Okay, we can go ahead and get the multicom ready. So that is Laconia's 1230. Go over the, check out the ski slopes over here. And then for, let's see, for Laconia, we'll come down on the 26. Let me see what the weather's like. 250 at 10 knots. So it's coming from 250. Yeah, so we'll come in on the 26. Come over gun stock, we're going to come right over top of it. And then we can make a right turn and we'll enter the pattern. Boston Center, Cessna Sierra Lima Bravo Echo, request frequency change to Unicom.
Cessna Bravo Alpha Echo, frequency change to multicom approved.
Frequency change to multicom approved, Cessna Bravo Alpha Echo. Laconia traffic, Cessna Bravo Alpha Echo, 10 miles to the north of Laconia Airport, coming over Gunstock, Laconia traffic. That's going to be the airport down there. Belknap Mountain. There's the ski slopes over here. Let's see. This is the one I want. Okay, what did we say that was? That was 2.9? 2.6. Let's get down to pattern altitude. We'll come in right over the mountain there. We'll join the base leg. Laconia traffic, Cessna Sierra Lima Bravo Alpha Echo, entering the base leg for runway 26 for touch and go Laconia traffic. I think I've done a touch and go in the 170B, so we'll see how this goes. Laconia traffic, Cessna Bravo Alpha Echo, turning final, runway 26 for the touch and go. Laconia traffic. I am high. I come back to one stage of flaps. See if we can get on the pappies here. There's one pappy. It's two pappy. I'm coming in too fast. Second stage of flaps. Whoa. Oh, shit. There you go. Jeez. The bottom dropped out. That was not quite a touch and go. I've not had a lot of successful landings in the 170B. I gotta be honest, the tail dragger is tough. Tends to float a little bit too. Alright, well, at least I didn't end up on my side. Laconia traffic, Cessna Sierra Lima Bravo Alpha Echo, departing runway 26 to the west, Laconia traffic. The got into the stall, and then I just all of a sudden it just dropped one side. It was a nice little rendition of the Laconia Airport, though. My mom's office used to be right over there, right across. Or come over the little turnaround over here off the little interchange that goes over to the other side of Laconia. I don't remember any Route 11, maybe. I'm not sure. I'll come over Pagas Bay here. We'll head to the, I'll make a turn at Big Banana and head to Laconia. Laconia traffic, Cessna Sierra Lima Bravo Echo, headed toward Pagas Bay and turning towards Lakeport and Lake Opeechee. Laconia traffic. That's where the cinema used to be, right there. Lakes Region Cinema and the Jackson Star, I think. That's Weir's Beach down there. And then Lakeport over here, where I used to live. Boston Center, Cessna Sierra Lima Bravo Alpha Echo back with you, climbing 1,000 for 2,500. Boston, Cessna Sierra Lima Bravo Alpha Echo.
Cessna Sierra Lima Bravo Alpha Echo Boston Center. Good afternoon, Laconia. Guilford altimeter 29.901.
29.901, Cessna Sierra Lima Bravo Alpha Echo. Got the high school right there, the football field. Pretty generic. Need to get some photogrammetry for this area up here. And then we got the hospital where I was born right there. And we are now getting on our Loudon leg. We're headed down 216 now. Whoa. I'm going to follow this route out right here, actually. So we can follow this route all the way. This will take us past the Loudon Speedway. What'd I say? 216. And that's that interchange that goes over to the airport. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. That was terrible. I didn't turn my landing lights or anything. We'll just follow the route here to Loudon. And then we're going to want our next is going to be the 46 radial from there. It's 46. Okay. I used to drive this route to work every day. When I was a summer my summer job was I was an AT&T long distance operator down in Concord, and I'd drive down every day. It was a fun summer job, actually. It was pretty interesting talking to people. Probably talked to them more than I should have, more than AT&T would have liked me to. But I'll go over Smellmont right here. And that's Belmont. There's the, I guess the Tech Institute and the racetrack right here. Come over here. That's the Tech Institute right there, I think. Or the racetrack. I don't remember. Let's get back up to 2,500.
American 511.
Here's Loudon Speedway right here, coming up. We should be seeing our radial. Here it comes. So we're gonna get on that. We're gonna get on that 4.6 radial. And that's gonna be. There's the Loudon Speedway. And we're going to want to be basically on the let's see, 223 heading. I'm going to maintain this radial right here. It'll take us over the Concord VOR. And then we'll be flipping that over to the 189. All right, let's get our Manchester get our Manchester 121.3 dialed in there. We'll get transit. What did I say we're on? We're on the 223. It should be not too long on this leg. And then we're going to make a change to the 189. Another traffic in sight there. Oh, I gotta get to the left. see we're off of the VOR there. So we come over Concord here. We're coming right over the Nook in the river there, so it's probably gonna be right over here. Yeah, we're almost right on top of it. All right. Let's get the 189 plugged in here. There we go. Now we're at our altitude. It's 21,200.
Cessna Bravo Alpha Echo, contact Boston approach on 127.35.
Approach on 127.35. Cessna Sierra Lima Bravo Alpha Echo.
Holding short 35, ready for takeoff.
Boeing 321, Manchester Tower, runway 35, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 35, cleared for takeoff.
Boston Center is Cessna Sierra Lima Bravo Alpha Echo at 2,500 feet with X-ray. Okay, we're coming right over the airport here.
Cessna Sierra Lima Bravo Alpha Echo, Boston approach. Good afternoon. Concord altimeter 29.901.
Altimeter 29.901, Cessna Sierra Lima Bravo Alpha Echo. Damn, I can't see that.
Contact Boston Center on 128.325.
Boston Center 128.325. Thank you, Skyhawk 791.
All right, give me 1 sec. It's 1.5. Is that 1.8? 1.9.
VFR, Ziggy 1123.
189.
Ziggy 1123, contact Boston Center on 128.325.
All right, there we go. Sorry about that.
Boston Center.
The numbers are all
28.3.
blotched over.
Ziggy 1123.
All right, we'll come over here. We'll get on the radial.
Mooney Charlie talking about Victor Golf Victor. With you at 4,000.
Mooney Charlie Foxtrot, Victor Golf, Victor Boston approach, roger. Concord altimeter 29901.
991. Mooney Victor Golf Victor.
Mooney Victor Golf, Victor contact Boston approach on 124.9er.
Okay, looks like that might be that one right over there. We need to get to the east of the river, and then we'll pick up the radial. We should see the radial start coming over at some point. And we're going to take that down. And before we get to that next, maybe that lake, we have to call and get clearance. Let's first get on the radial here.
Approach Bonanza 10 Bravo with you. Bonanza 201 Sierra Bravo, Concord approach, roger. Bonanza 201 Sierra Bravo, Concord approach. What's your final? Concord approach. Bonanza 10 Bravo, we are headed to Lachute.
Oh, come on, man.
Skyhawk 791, Boston approach. Good evening, Concord altimeter 3018.
3018 for altimeter for 791. Thank you.
Bonanza 1 Sierra Bravo, roger.
There it is. It's coming across now.
Approach. Skyhawk 791 is with you at 6,000.
And then we're going to be on the 189 radial. Boston approach. Cessna Sierra Lima Bravo Alpha Echo. Request frequency change to Manchester Tower.
Cessna Bravo Alpha Echo, contact Manchester Tower on 121.3.
Tower 121.3. Cessna Sierra Lima Bravo Alpha Echo. Manchester Tower, Cessna Sierra Lima Bravo Alpha Echo. Request transit of your airspace with X-ray.
Cessna Bravo Alpha Echo, you are cleared to transit Manchester airspace with X-ray.
Pipistrel 1 Juliet, Manchester Tower, winds calm, runway 6 cleared for takeoff. Fly runway heading.
Cleared to transit airspace, Cessna Sierra Lima Bravo Echo. Boston approach, Cessna Sierra Lima Bravo Alpha Echo at 2,500 feet for Kilo Alpha Sierra Hotel with X-ray.
Cessna Sierra Lima Bravo, Alpha Echo, Boston approach. Good afternoon, Goffstown altimeter 29.901.
29901, Cessna Sierra Lima Bravo Echo. Okay, Nashua, when we come down here, it's going to be the 3-2 heading. And we're going to want their tower is 133.2. Okay, crossing a river here. So maybe that one. Whoa. Man, I cannot seem to stay on this radial.
Boston Center on 133.325.
Boston Center on 33.325 for Variance Eco Romeo.
Cessna Bravo Alpha Echo. Contact Nashua Tower on 133.2.
Nashua Tower on 133.2, Cessna Bravo Alpha Echo.
Diamond Street.
Nashua Tower, Cessna Sierra Lima Bravo Alpha Echo. Request landing runway 32 with X-ray. Should have told them I was like 10 miles out or something. Just establish contact.
Cessna Bravo Alpha Echo, wind 330 at 1. Runway 32, clear to land.
Duke 666, contact departure on 124.9er.
Nashua Tower, 1 Victor Alpha is turning final, runway 14. Am I cleared to land? Or clear for the option? Nashua Tower is RB301 Victor Alpha, clear for the option, runway 14. 1 Victor Alpha going around.
1 Victor Alpha, enter left downwind runway 14, report midfield.
Contact departure, 1 Victor Alpha. What is departure frequency, 1 Victor Alpha?
1 Victor Alpha, contact departure. I need you to read back the frequency.
That's that lake right there.
Contact departure on 124.9, 1 Victor Alpha.
1 Victor Alpha, welcome to Nashua. Contact ground on 121.8.
Ground on 121.8, 1 Victor Alpha, thank you. 1 Victor Alpha, midfield, left downwind, runway 14.
1 Victor Alpha, runway 14, cleared for the option.
Runway 14, clear for the option. 1 Victor Alpha.
Should be right over in this area right here.
Runway 14, clear for the option.
We're passing that
1
lake.
Victor Alpha.
And it looks like we've got the river on our left, and we're right in here somewhere. Nashua Tower, Cessna Sierra Lima Bravo Alpha Echo, going to enter the pattern for runway 32.
Cessna Bravo Alpha Echo, enter left downwind for runway 32.
Left downwind for runway 32, Cessna Sierra Lima Bravo Alpha Echo. Okay, we'll teardrop it. We'll overfly the midpoint and come into the left downwind. Okay, we've got these little lakes.
Ground on 121.8, 1 Victor Alpha, thanks.
Is this the field right here?
1 Victor Alpha, contact departure.
Contact departure, 1 Victor Alpha. Thanks, have a great afternoon.
Sure looks like it.
Runway 14, clear for the option. RV311 Victor Alpha. Reporting midfield, left downwind, runway 14, 1 Victor Alpha.
Looks like it's after this little river. There it is. This is not it. I was going to say, that looks like a pretty wobbly runway. That must be the mall.
422 Alpha Mike, make left traffic, runway 12 cleared for takeoff.
Making left traffic cleared for takeoff runway 12, Skylane 422 Alpha Mike.
I think my daughter's here.
Enter left downwind runway 14, report midfield, 1 Victor Alpha. 1 Victor Alpha, midfield, left downwind, runway 14. Nashua Tower, RB31 Victor Alpha is taxiing to runway 32 via Alpha.
Grace, are you here?
Current ATIS reports information Whiskey, which also claims departing runway 14, not 32. Which runway should I be departing from?
1 Victor Alpha, taxi to runway 32 via Alpha. I need you to get the current ATIS.
Okay, that was my daughter at the door. I had to deal with that. So I'm going to enter the downwind here for the runway. I say 32. 32.
Runway 14, clear for the option, 1 Victor Alpha. Midfield, left downwind, runway 14, 1 Victor Alpha.
So altitude, the field is 200 feet, so we're going to come down to 1,200 feet. Nashua Tower, Cessna Sierra Lima Bravo Echo in the downwind for runway 32. I'll call my base.
Cessna Bravo Alpha Echo, roger. Report your base turn for runway 32.
We'll call my base for runway 32, Cessna Sierra Lima Bravo Alpha Echo. A little distance here. Nashua Tower, Cessna Sierra Lima Bravo Echo, turning base runway 32. First stage flaps. Nashua Tower, Cessna Sierra Lima Bravo Echo, turning final runway 32. Coming in high on all my landings. Okay,
Runway 14, clear for the
one
option,
Pappy.
1 Victor Alpha. 1 Victor Alpha reporting midfield, left downwind runway 14, request eastbound departure after the option. After the option, enter left downwind for eastbound departure, 1 Victor Alpha.
Oh well, no landing lights. I was trying to get it fixed, but it's being a pain.
Runway 14, clear for the option, 1 Victor Alpha.
I'm bringing on the 500.
Runway 14, clear for the option, RV3 on 1 Victor Alpha. RV3 on 1 Victor Alpha reporting left midfield, downwind runway
Full throttle.
14.
Floated it. There we go. That wasn't too bad.
Cessna Bravo Alpha Echo, contact ground on 121.8.
Ground on 121.8. Cessna Sierra Lima Bravo Echo. We get clear of active first. Let's call ground, and then let's figure out where we want to go. Natural ground, Cessna Sierra Lima Bravo Echo requests taxi to parking.
Cessna Bravo Alpha Echo. Taxi to general aviation parking via Bravo Alpha Delta. Have a great day.
Taxi to parking via Bravo Alpha Delta, Cessna Sierra Lima Bravo Echo. All right. All right, well, that wasn't too bad. Some quirky things. Bad landing in Laconia. Fiasco on Portland taxi. And not a terrible landing here. All in all, pretty happy with that flight. We're going down to Delta. Doesn't take much to get that back wheel up. There's another Flight Sim TO freeware. That's pretty good. There's Charlie, and Delta's down here. Nashua ground, Cessna Sierra Lima Bravo Echo requests closing my VFR flight plan.
Cessna Bravo Alpha Echo. VFR flight plan closed. Welcome to Nashua.
Clearance on request. Stand by.
Maintain VFR at below 1500 feet, departure on 4.9, squawk 1555.
Okay, here we come to Delta.
Nashua clearance to 666 with you, GA parking for VFR Flight Flemingdale with train.
Give me 1 second for that clearance.
Looks like that building's having trouble right there. Maybe that's what the tow truck is for.
Nashua clearance, Skyhawk, November 62, Papa Golf Alpha, IFR 2Ps, ready to copy.
I'll have your clearance in just a second.
Clear to Portsmouth Airport, using radar vectors to MHT, then it's filed. Initial altitude 3,000. Departure on 124.9 or squawk 6477.
As good as my parking gets.
Papa Golf Alpha. Skyhawk Pop.
All right. Welcome to Faux Flights. We're going to do a flight today from Portland, Maine to Nashua, New Hampshire, continuing our journey from Bangor, Maine all the way down to the Florida Keys doing VFR flights. This is going to be another VFR NavLog. I've got our course mapped out here. I've done some preliminary work filling things in. I'll just walk through the flight really quickly. So we're going to depart on our runway heading here out about 4 miles until we get, there's a little man-made lake here that is part of this Wassamki Springs summer camp. And then we're going to turn and head towards Mousam Lake. As we do so, we're going to tune into the Kennebunkport VOR, and we're going to look for the 312 radial, which should intersect that. And that's just going to give us a guide. We'll be on our course here. We know if we've hit that radial and we don't see a lake, it means that we're going to be quite south of it. It's just a safety in there, just something for us to do on that leg. We're going to then make a turn and head towards Alton Bay. That's actually where I spent the first 5 years of my life, in Alton. We're going to be tracking the Concord VOR at that point, and we'll be doing kind of the same concept. We'll be looking for the 5/8 radial. If we hit it and we don't see Alton Bay, it means we've probably gone south. If we go north of it, we'll probably have hit the lake, and we'll know where we are. So then we're going to take a turn to the north here, and we're going to climb a little bit, and that's to get over the Mount Belknap Gunstock ski area here. And we'll head over to Laconia, which is where I spent basically from when I was 5 till I was 18. I lived in Laconia, went to high school there. Laconia Airport has a new mod from Flight SimTO that somebody's created. We're going to go ahead and do a little touch and go there. That's a Class Echo airport. It's very small. We'll go through Paugus Bay, Lake Opeechee, Lakeport, and come over Laconia, do a little sightseeing, and then we'll head down to Loudon Speedway. And at that point, when we get to Loudon, we're going to make a turn towards the Concord VOR. We're going to be riding the 46 radial in. And after we cross over Concord, Concord is a, actually I'm not sure, I think it might be a Class Delta. Yeah, it's probably a Class Delta. We don't, we do have some airspace to worry about there, but we'll just make sure it's known as probably a Unicom or CTAF. In any case, we're going to head then south. We will come towards the Class Charlie Manchester Airport. As you can see, there's some altitude restrictions here. We'll go ahead and ask for transit, and if not, we'll drop down below 2,000 feet and transit the airspace. We'll have to go around this, which is surface to 4,300, or maybe we'll climb up to 4,500. I'm not sure which, but we'll probably transit it. And then right on the edge of that is the, and that's going to be on that 189 radial out of Concord's VOR. And then we'll come into Nashua. Nashua is a Class Delta airport. And we'll come in to Kilo Alpha Sierra Hotel. So, all right, so let's go ahead and get our Navlog going here. I actually did this last night, and then I had a crash in the sim and about mid-flight and decided just to start all over again. So we're going to first go, we're going to get our winds data. So let's go over here. Let's pretend we're doing this from the start, so that you guys can follow along. And this only took me like 17 minutes last night to get this through, so it shouldn't take too much longer than that. I'm getting fairly fast at this. So for the winds temp, so we had, last time we had the Bangor and the Portland winds data, but now we've got Portland, and then our closest, unfortunately, is Boston, which is quite a bit to the south, and Berlin Airport, which is north of Mount Washington, at the north part of New Hampshire. So we're just going to do some averaging here. So first, why don't we go ahead and get Concord in, or yeah, let's go ahead and get our this leg here. Actually, let's do the Loudon Speedway to Concord. That's probably going to be halfway between Berlin and Boston. It looks like we're 3.5 and 3.1, so we'll say that's a course of 330. And then we've got 20 knot winds versus 20, so we'll just say 22 knot winds. Let's go ahead and do the top one up here. So 35, 26 for Portland. We're at 2,500 there, so we could probably, let's go ahead and grab those. That's going to be 350. At 26, maybe we'll shave off a little bit once we get this all filled in. Let's check the winds at Portland itself. Let's get our airport winds here. So open up our airport, and we're going to look for the current weather. It's 330 at 9 knots. So 330 at 9, and then let's go ahead and get our weather for Nashua is 320 at 14. Wow, that's going to be a interesting landing. So 320 at 14. Actually, I'll put it down here because that's on our descent. And that's all the way from Concord to Nashua. We're calculating that. That's probably not the best thing to do. Let's say this is going to be, for our purposes, we'll say it's going to average about 1,800 feet. Okay, so between these two, we'll say that's going to be about 325 course, and we'll say it's going to be about 18 knot winds. Okay, and then we can kind of fill out the rest from here. We've got Berlin, basically. Oh, no, we don't have Berlin. So that's going to be more relevant for this Laconia section here. So let's see what the difference is between Boston 3523 and Berlin. So we'll say maybe halfway through between those two is going to be 3322. Oh, did I already do that? Or I did already do that. Yep. So let's see. Let's try to marry these two. So halfway between, we'll say it's going to be 340, 26, 22. We'll say it's going to be 24, and then 345. And we're just building a natural gradient here. 25 knot winds, 335, and we're just kind of averaging. So there we go. So now we are about we're at 2,500 feet here. Actually, this we're much lower. We can probably shave that off. Actually, you know what we can do? Not being smart here, we can go ahead and get our weather at Laconia, which is 270 at 5 knots. Well, that's quite disparate. But it's got the lake effect there. So maybe in here we're going to say, you know, I wanted to keep my general course. Oh, but I'm not. Of course, this is the wind. So what am I talking about? Say it's 270. Let's say 300 at 15 knots for this little portion right here. All right. Okay, that all works. That's okay. So let's go ahead and we can go ahead now with our airspeed here. So I've got the POH right here. So we're going to be taking off at 89 is going to be our best climb speed. And then if we go through so this is the actual POH for, oh, by the way, we're using the Cessna 170B. So we're not doing the Skyhawk today. I forgot to mention that. It's a great little tail dragger. So we're looking for the land plane operations here, or information. And I'm going to include this in the Google Drive link for this portion. So if we come down here to the cruise performance for the land plane and the ski plane, we come to 2400. We're looking at 117 knots for our cruise. So we'll say 117 across the board here. So on our descents, that's all fine. We do have one climb in here. So that's to get over gunstock, but I'm just going to go ahead and keep that at 117 for our climb. That's fine. We just put 115 just for variety's sake, just so it doesn't get too formulaic. Okay, so we've got our now we have to get our climb airspeed. So the way we're going to do that, we're going to get the E6B out, and this is the airspeed correction that we're going to be looking. We need to figure out our pressure altitude. So we're going to go to we're going to get our Portland information here. Open up the airport. We're looking for our barometric pressure. Our altimeter reading is, oh, it's 2.1. It's just going to be pretty minimal. So 2996. We'll do it just for fun anyway. So we take 2992 and we subtract our 2996. We multiply that times 1,000, and that gives us minus 40. And then so that's minus 40 feet is our pressure altitude. And then what we would do is we would take the temperature at 11 degrees. We would calculate on the inner would be pressure altitude in thousands of feet. So we're talking 40 feet, minus 40 feet. and we're talking about 11 degrees for the temperature for the top part here. So, you know, we're just talking about a fraction right here, probably something like that, something like that. And then we would come up here and we would find our current speed on the, let's see, yeah, the indicated airspeeds on the inner scale, and then the true airspeed would be on the outer. So the inner 89 is going to be, well, it's not nothing. It would be 87. So we'll just go ahead and put that in there then, 87. Okay. So that's that. We've taken care of that. So now we're going to get our true course. So our true course calculation is going to be shoring up the, based on the true, not the magnetic. So this is, these compass roses for the VORs are calibrated for the magnetic north. They're done periodically, so they're not all the same, but so it depends on when the station was updated for magnetic north. We're going to go ahead and use the Concord one here, and if we look, basically we're looking for where the line would parallel that compass rose, and I'm figuring probably about 16 degrees. So that would mean that if we had a heading of 30, we would want to rotate it 16 degrees. So we're going to subtract to get our headings. So we'll subtract 16 from each of our headings to get our actuals. So this would be 249. So for our true course, for our true headings, or true courses, I should say. So this is going to be 256. Is that right? Yeah, 256. It's minus 16, 322, 312, 306. And then this next leg, minus 16. It's going to be 280 or 188. And then minus 16 from that is going to be 207. Minus 16 from 189 is going to be 173. Is that right? Yeah, 173. Yes, 173. And then, it's so embarrassing doing math. Is that, I did not, oh, I think I offset by accident. So we'll copy these, we'll paste them there, and then I think I need to go look at my first one there. So that would be 270. Okay, great. So that gives us our true course. Now we're going to go ahead and calculate our wind correction. So we're going to bring this down to the 100 mark for the center here, and then we're going to mark our true index. Let me get a little closer. Oh, why is it getting farther? I'm trying to get closer to it. All right. I'm using my scroll wheel and some weird's going on there. Okay, so 270, or we're looking for 330. Actually, let's do this one first. So 350, we put the true index there. We mark up 26. There's my red mark. And then we're going to rotate this to the 249. And then we're going to move that red mark until it's on our true airspeed. So we're coming up to 117. So there's 110, 115, 117. True airspeed reads under the mark, so we're at 118 for our ground speed, I should say. 118. And then our wind speed correction is going to be 10 degrees, 12 degrees, maybe 13 degrees for our wind correction angle. Okay, we'll do the next one now. So we're coming back to 0. We're going to rotate our true index until we're at 350. Oh wait, I'm sorry, I'm doing the next one. 345. And we're at 25 knot winds, so 25 is going to go right here. And then we're going to rotate to 256 for our true course, and then we're going to put in the 117. We're going to move this blue mark until it's at 117. And then we're at 112 for our ground speed, and then for our wind correction angle, it looks like we're at 13 again. Is that right? 13, 12, yeah, it's going to be 13. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and do it again. Take it down to 0 here. We're going to do 340 for our true index. And then we're going to mark 24 knots. It's a green mark. We're now going to rotate to 306. 306, and we're going to move our green mark until 115. Green mark to 115. Our true airspeed is going to be 94 knots as we've turned into the wind. And then our wind correction angle is 2, 4, 6, probably about 7 degrees for our wind correction angle. Okay, going back to 100 on the center. We're going to do 300 now for our true index. And this is where we're turning south now. 15 knots. We got a red mark right there. And then we're going to go to 188 for our true course, and then we're going to bring our red mark until we're at 117. This red mark comes up at 117. Okay, we're at 120 for our ground speed, and then for our wind correction 2, 4, 6, probably we can say 8. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and bring this back to 0, and then we're going to do 330. We're going to do 22, so mark up 22. That's good enough. And then we're going to bring this to 207. And then we're going to bring our blue mark up to 117. And then our true airspeed is 127. And then our wind correction angle is we're right here, 117. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10. Yeah, we'll put 10 degrees. Sure. Actually, I think it's more like 9. Okay. And then finally, we are going to rotate to 325. We're going to mark up, I gotta get this on the right mark here. We're gonna mark 18 up. We've got a green mark there. We're gonna rotate to 173. And then we're going to pull till we're at 117. So my green mark is going to come up to 117 right there. And now we're looking at 134 for our ground speed. So we're headed south along with the wind, and we've got 18 knot winds. So our wind correction angle is 2, 4, maybe 5 for our wind correction angle. All right, and that takes care of that. Oh, we can do our first one here. So let's go ahead and put 330 at 9 knots. So we're at 330. I'll bring this back down, and then we want 9 knots. I'm going to count off 9, and then we're going to go to 270. And then we want 87, so our red mark's going to come down to 87, and our true airspeed is going to be more like 84 for our ground speed, 84, and our wind correction angle is going to be 6. It looks like 246, 6 degrees. There we go. Okay, great. So now we can go ahead and calculate our true heading here. So this is going to be 276. This is going to be 259, 262. That's going to be 269, right? Yep. That is going to be 313. It's going to be 196. This is going to be 216. And then this is going to be 178. There we go. Okay, so now we need to get our magnetic variance. That is going to be looking at our isogonic lines. So we've got one right here. It's 15 west, so it's going to be plus 15. I think our next one is quite a ways off. Where's that isogonic line? That's 15. They're easier to see over the ocean. I cannot see it for the life of me. Yeah, it's right here. So that's the 14. So 15, we're going to add 15 to this. So this is the isogonic lines there. So we've got 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, and 15. And we're going to add that to each of these. So that would be 276, 286, 291. That's too much math for an early morning. So 272, 277, 289, 79, 284. Am I right on that first one? Yep. This is going to be 228, or 328, I should say. This is going to be 211. This is going to be 231, and then this is going to be 193. Okay, and then finally we have our compass card that we're going to bring over here, and this is for the metal and electric in the aircraft. So we'll go ahead and plug in our deviation, the magnetic deviation from those. So 219 is going to be right between these two. This one is off by 5. This one's off by 4. So we'll say it's going to be off by, it's going to be plus 4, let's say. And then 277, that's going to be plus 5. 284, that's going to be the same. So we'll put 4. 328, that's going to be, let's say, 211, that's going to be 5 off. I have no clue if Karen Auto modeled for this either, by the way, but we'll just plug it in anyway, do it the right way. So that's plus 5 and that's minus 5. We're closer to the minus 5 side with 231. We'll say minus 3. How about that? Instead of, because we'd have to get down to plus 5. So 193, 182 is that's plus 2. That's plus 5. So we'll say plus 3. Okay, and that gives us our compass heading. So now we're at 295. We're at 283, or 82, I should say. 288, 330, 216, 228, and 196. Okay, great. And then for our leg distances, let's go ahead and just grab off of here. We've got 21 knot. Oh, wait, sorry. This first leg is 4 miles, 21 nautical miles, 17 and 10. So 17, 10, 13 and 10, and then our last leg is 26 nautical miles. 26, okay, great. And then that's our ground speed. And so what we can do now is we can calculate out our estimated time. If we take, let me grab, where did I put my calculator? Let's just go ahead and clear this out. And then I think it's 4 divided by 84 times 60 should give us our minutes. So that's going to be about 3 minutes. This is going to be 21 divided by 118 times 60. That's going to be 10 minutes. I'll say 11 minutes here. And then 17 miles divided by 112 speed multiplied by 60 is going to be 9 minutes. And then 10 miles divided by 94 times 60 equals 6 minutes. And then we've got 13 divided by 120 multiplied by 60 equals 6.5 minutes. I'll just say 7 minutes. And then 10 divided by 127 multiplied by 60 equals, we'll say 5 minutes. And then we've got finally 26 divided by 134 times 60 equals, we'll say 12 minutes, because we're not going to travel quite that fast. Okay, so now 3, 14, 23, 29, 36, 41, 51, 53 minutes total time. Okay, hopefully that's right. 53 total for 25, 35, 37, wait, 42, 52, 62, 65, 75, 95, 101 kilometers, which seems about right. 53 minutes for 101 kilometers. Okay, great. Well, let's go see how that works out. And then, we can also calculate then if we're traveling that fast, or for that long. So we're 53 minutes, it's about an hour. Gallons per hour at the 2400 is about 8 gallons per hour. So we'll probably leave with, let's get 12 gallons of fuel. We'll say 13 gallons of fuel, even 13. And we'll go with that. Okay, great. Let's go do our flight.